Hey everybody. Hey everybody, how's it going? Things are pretty good here. It's starting to heat up today, and I made the mistake of I decided to make a cake today, and I heated up my apartment. Thankfully, I've got the AC on in the living room, and I'm in the kitchen, but it's still stuffy in here. But this is kind of a funny story. So like a couple weeks, 3 or 4 weeks ago, a friend of mine that I've known since like 2003 or 2004. She gave me a she watches my show. She lives in Ohio now with her family, and my friend Jen, and she gave me a suggestion about, asked if I would do a Better Than Sex cake, and I never heard of it, so I was like, why not? So I tried it out on Friday of last week, and it didn't quite turn out the way I had hoped it would. It was just so sweet, and every single bite you took was just overwhelmingly sweet, and I decided to change something about it. So I did do that video, but I'm also doing this video too, because this is my enhanced version of it, because I wasn't really satisfied with the other one. So it's very simple ingredients. It's like a 3-step process. First step process is to get a Devil's Food cake like this. It could be Duncan Hines or Loretta or whatever you want it to be, and just kind of like bake it into a loaf pan like this, and that's the first process. Second process is this is already done. So you immediately pull it out of the oven, and you've got this right here. And I was gonna do it where I put it on like a cake pan, because I thought it would be a really cool effect. And I'm still debating whether I should do that or not. So I'm just gonna go and do it. One thing I have to suggest, well, I'll tell you more about it afterward. But if you guys have never done this cake pan trick, kind of a cool thing. It's not the best idea to do it while it's hot, but I figured the sides are going to kind of be messed up. I mean, the top of this is kind of going to be messed up anyway. You're not going to be able to tell either, because it's going to be covered in whipped topping, or like a whipped topping type of thing. So if you've never done this before, line your sheet pan, the bottom of your sheet pan, with some aluminum foil, and then put it on top of the cake pan like that. And we'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm getting so unorganized at the moment. Hold on. Sorry. So, grab it like that. Pull it down like that. This is a really easy trick. Just go like that. Yeah, you know what the thing is? I forgot to mention this. The cake, it can be. Oh, it smells really good. It's got to be chocolate. I guess that's like, it doesn't have to be, but that's what most of the recipes I've seen online call for with this type of cake. And basically, you've got your cake pan, your cake right here. It's going to be a single layer too, and basically you're going to take the bottom of a wooden spoon, like that, and you're just going to go and like punch a bunch of cake holes, punch a bunch of holes into the cake of it. Because this is really going to help it too, because this is going to help the syrup like kind of get in there. And I'm not gonna. My thing is, before I used like a fork, and that didn't like really help. Let me try this real quick. Okay, I even added some like sour cream, about a half cup of sour cream to the cake mix, just to kind of mellow out that chocolatey. Oh, and this is gonna. Okay, I'll show you what we're gonna do now. This is kind of a crazy process. Okay, so just get yourself a bowl like this, and you're gonna use Hershey's caramel sauce, like it's a dessert topping. So, the recipe I saw called for like 14 ounces of it, but I only used like half that, and it was still too sweet. So basically, you're just gonna just pour it on there like that. I wouldn't do. You don't have to do that much because you don't want this to be overly sweet. And plus, I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna cut it with some. I'm gonna mix it with some milk too. But it also has sweetened condensed milk, and this stuff is pretty sweet. It's almost the consistency of that caramel, and it's like a little too overwhelming in my opinion. But I'm still gonna go with that general recipe. And it's still got a decent taste to it. You know what I mean? It's like it's too sweet. This recipe is like way too sweet. So. Come on, milk. It's taking too long. So this is gonna end up being about 3.5 ounces, 3.5, 4 ounces. Excuse me, maybe about 4 ounces total. My second time trying sweetened condensed milk. Not a huge fan of it, but whatever. So let's grab a little bit of half and half. Just put a couple tablespoons in there, just to kind of like break up that syrupiness. You know what I mean? And I like that half and half because it's creamy. Okay, and maybe put like an 1/8 of a cup of milk or something like that. Not a lot. You don't want this to be too runny, but you want it to be. You don't want it to be too thick either. Okay, maybe maybe like 2 or 3 tablespoons of milk, not like a third, like 1/5 of a cup or 1/8 of a cup. Basically, just like mix it together like that. This is just to keep it like from being too syrupy, you know. Because you see, it's still pretty thick. I actually might add more milk to it. I don't really know yet, but so we're gonna put this all on top of it, and then we're going to refrigerate it and let it completely cool down. Or actually, we're gonna put this on top of it. We're gonna let it cool down while it's sitting out, and then yeah. Let me see something. A little bit more. Let me do some more half. No, more milk. It's just too sweet. Yeah, maybe 2 more tablespoons of milk. A little bit more. Tastes like butterscotch. Yeah, I just took a swig of half and half. I love the taste of it. It goes really good with that sweet caramelly type taste. So, hope everybody's having a great week. It's already Tuesday, and it's been a pretty busy week for me. So, what I'm trying to get out of this is like a tres leches type cake. Because I always loved it. I've always loved the taste of tres leches, and I just think it's I think it would taste better with it. It's just me though, and I also think it would be better. the cake would be better turned upside down, so that's fine right there. Okay, it's still pretty sweet, but it's not overly sweet. So we're just gonna pour it directly in there. I'm not going to fill the entire thing up with it. It's just so we can get inside the crevices, you know, pretty much get inside the cake. I commend the girl for the recipe. The person that I got the recipe from. You know, I commend them for trying, but it's too sweet. You know. But the other cake I gave to all my neighbors, and they like loved it. I'm probably gonna do the same thing with this. Okay, pour the rest of it in there. Sue me. Okay. You see how it's like all the holes are going to help with that, the seeping in of the liquid. So So let's just let this cool down for about, let it cool down for about maybe 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and then throw it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. And then I'll see you back here in 1 hour, okay? All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Remember, 20 minutes, let it cool for about 20, 25 minutes, throw it in the oven, throw it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, so it's been one, and what I do, I let it cool for about a half hour, and then we stuck it in the refrigerator for another hour. So this is what it looks like. Looks all cool, nice and cool. And then what we're gonna do now, this is like the third step. Okay, so the second step was taking it out of the oven and like smushing it down and putting all that stuff. The third step, taking it out of the refrigerator and getting the mixture on there. Okay, so the primary, well, we're gonna use three different ingredients for this, for the topping. I'm watching the other camera because the battery's like really low. But so basically, we're gonna get the rest of this whipped. Actually, what am I doing? Just mix it in here. So let's just mix it in there. Anyway, so make less of a mess. Even though I already made a mess out of that. Oh my gosh. Can't take me anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to use about a quarter cup of sour cream. Yeah, just add a little bit of texture and like different, like an acidic flavor. You know what I mean? Because or like a sour flavor. Because yeah, I feel like the whipped topping is just it's too sugary, and like it's got such a weird taste to it too. And kind of taste, kind of got like a cream cheese type taste to it. It's pretty good actually. We're gonna add some whipped topping. Just add it in there like that. You know, I mean, this should add like a cream cheese type taste to it. I really gotta be careful of that like battery. But I'll charge it because we're gonna, as soon as we put this next. As soon as we put this on there, and then we're gonna have to like put the heat topping, because we're putting heat topping on top of the whipped topping. Then we're gonna put it in the oven or the refrigerator for another hour. So it should. I'll charge it in the meantime. This is really good. It has like a cream cheese type taste to it. This is exactly what I was looking for. So now the rest of that's screwed. Gotta get rid of that whipped topping. I mean that sour cream. So yeah, I'll actually put the recipe in the description of the YouTube of the episode. So yeah, simple cooking. It's just simple cooking. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's just a cake mix. You know what I mean? All you're doing is just mixing the cake mix. I even use peanut butter oil in the cake mix. Okay, gotta hurry up. I don't want the battery to run out. This is so good. Okay, so basically just take it and we're just gonna put it all over it. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is just going on top. I mean, if you want to get fancy, you can do it on the sides too. But to be honest with you, I'm not trying to do fancy. I'm just trying to do something somewhat presentable. But this is going to go in the refrigerator for 1 more hour. I know. You'll get to this soon. 1 more hour, and then just to set it and then dig in. So I love cake. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I love cake so much, but I do. Okay. That's good right there. I'm not going to do any peaks or anything like that. You're more than welcome to do peaks, you know what I mean? Or do some kind of weird design like that, but it's really not going to matter because we're putting heat topping on it. So, final step to this topping, heat. Oh, I love heat so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta stop. It's almost dinner time. Okay. So anyway, put it on top of there. There's nothing perfect. Okay. Oh my gosh. Making a mess. It's a good thing it's falling on the sides though. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's throw this in the refrigerator for 1 more hour and I'll see you in an hour. Okay, bye. Now is the time. Alright, let me just turn on the other camera. Hold on a minute. You know, I use 2 different cameras on this, so... Oh, fuck, I gotta turn on the other one. Excuse my language. Okay. I need that extra light, because I got dark circles under, or, you know, shadows on my face. So, now is the time. It's been 2.5 hours. Like, we put it in, we put it in the first time. We took the cake out of the oven. We punched holes in it, we put that topping, and then we let it cool, and then we put it in the fridge, and then we pulled it out of the fridge after an hour, and then put the whipped topping on, then we put it back in the fridge, and now we're about to pull it out again. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. It's too many steps in this, but I mean, we'll see how it turns out. I mean... To be honest, it looks, look at this. Look at this. It looks amazing. It really does. I gotta be careful it doesn't slide off the thing. But that does look really good. I mean, like, for like a pre-mix, you know what I mean? For a pre-mixed cake, it doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? I typically, I don't cook cake. You know what I mean? I don't make a lot of cakes, but if I did, you know what I mean? If I were doing it for like friends or something like that or family, I would definitely try doing this. So let's dig in. Enough of my mumbo jumbo and my just talk, because I talk a lot. So I like those toffee pieces. Those toffee pieces are so good. Heath toffee is like one of my favorite things in the world. One of my favorite candies. I just love English toffee. I like the fluffiness of this topping. Like, I'm really glad I added the sour cream and the whipped cream. Don't forget to add those, because I'm telling you, this is gonna taste like fucking freaking amazing. Where's my spatula when I need it? Get that. Well, that looks decent. It's got some good taste. It's got some good flavor. I mean, taste. I haven't tasted it yet. Okay, let's check it out. To check it out, you can kind of see, that that liquid in the center, how it kind of like just dropped down into the cake. Oh my gosh, God, I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm eating dessert before dinner tonight, so let's check it out. Ooh, look at that! Oh my gosh, it's like a tres leches cake. Tres leches cake. Oh man, I missed that topping. I dropped the topping. Anyway, messed that up. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say this is better than sex, but this is freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. I use peanut oil in place of the vegetable oil that the cake mix called for, and this is like such a whole nother level. This tastes like a creamy peanut butter, better than sex cake. I'm geeking out. This is so good. Oh my gosh, this is good. I'm not gonna use that. I wouldn't use that other recipe. I'm not gonna put that recipe in the description, but I will put this one. This is so amazing. Oh my gosh. For an instant cake mix. Oh my gosh. Okay. You gotta make this. Make it. That cake mix, I got that at the 99-cent store. I said it. Loretta or whatever. I got that at the 99-cent store. There's no excuse for you to not make this. Whipped toppings cheap, whipped cream is cheap, sour cream is cheap. Yeah, caramel toppings a little, it's like $3 a bottle, whatever. I'm telling you, you want to impress a girl? Do you want to impress a guy? You want to impress your family, your wife, your husband, your kids? Make it. I'm telling you. Don't tell your kids. Don't tell your kids this is better than sex cake though, because they probably don't even know what sex is. So, unless they watch Netflix or something. But, try it. I'm gonna go on once again. Check it out. This is pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. Okay. I haven't even had dinner yet. Connect with me on Instagram, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll get more pictures of, or more video of me and Emma. Cute little Emma. I'll see you guys later. Come on, Emma. You want some chicken? I'm gonna go eat that cake then. Wait, fine. You won't stop being such a dog. Okay. Look, I'm gonna eat this. Okay. So you guys have a good night, and I'll see you like next at the end of this week. I'm gonna make another video at the end of this week. Promise you. Heart, crossing my heart. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Alright. I know. I'll see you later.